In just hours after it was opened, the Princess Royal Restaurant received its first hungry workers. The new building, opened by Her Royal Highness, is a state-of-the-art catering facility located in Montague Burton's Hudson Road factory. Just look at those tea urns. Gallons of the finest blend will flow from these mighty vessels every day. Only the best for Burton workers. In other news, new measures are well underway at the bustling Burton factory to ensure the safety of Burton workers. This eager young worker demonstrates his newfound skills. The message is simple. Health and safety is everyone's responsibility. They certainly know it. Do you?
Hello and welcome to the Arcadia group. If you're watching this film, then you're probably a new member of the Arcadia group and the Arcadia family. Like the head of any family or company, I'm interested about the health and safety of all the people that are here and want to make sure everybody's taken care of. This film should help to fill you in the ways which you can care too, not just for yourself, but for your fellow team members and our customers. It is important that we take care of all these aspects on a very daily, regular basis. I'm sure there will be various accidents or incidents from time to time which are inevitable, just based on the size and scale of our business. Please take care of both yourselves and our customers in the best way possible. Thank you for listening or watching this video, and continued success with our group.
It is likely that you will need to use ladders or kick stools as part of your day-to-day work, largely for putting away or retrieving stock. The following guidelines will help you use such equipment safely. Only use the proper equipment, never use chairs, fixtures or shelves. Inspect equipment for defects and report broken items. Open and lock ladders securely, never lean them against fixtures or shelving. Hold the ladder with both hands and climb one step at a time, placing both feet on the rung. Don't cut corners. Don't attempt to carry large amounts of stock down with you. Get a team member to assist you. Think about how high you're going. The top of the ladder should be at waist height at all times. If need be, get a bigger ladder. Kick stools are ideal for getting to places just out of reach, but it is just as important to use them safely. Don't position the stool too far away. There's no need to overreach. Position both feet firmly on the stool at all times. If you find need to reach higher than is comfortable, you probably need to use a ladder. Remember to remove ladders or kick stools after use and store them safely. Each of you will be involved in manual handling activities whilst doing your job, so it is vital that handling and lifting is carried out safely. Here are some practical tips for lifting and carrying. Before you lift, it is important to think about what you are doing and plan ahead. Will you need help? Can handling aids be used? Where is the load going to end up? Are there any obstructions along your route? Will you need to stop along the way to readjust your grip? Once you've thought about it, it's time to lift. Adopt a stable, balanced position, feet apart with 1 foot forward is best. Posture is important. Always bend at the knees, keep your back straight and your head up. Get a good hold on the object, grip tightly and hold it against your body at the waist if possible. Never lift more than you can easily manage. Most Arcadia stock is transported in black boxes called totes. The same rules apply when lifting and carrying them. Only carry 1 tote at a time. If it's particularly heavy, then separate the contents into manageable loads. Check the weight of the contents before lifting by looking inside or nudging with your foot. If you're stacking totes, they should only be stacked 4 high. You will be working with fixtures such as armatures and hanging rails a lot of the time. Working with them safely is of the utmost importance. Always remove stock from fixtures prior to moving them. If you can dismantle a fixture before you move it, then do so. If a fixture is too large or too awkward to move alone, find a team member to assist you. If a fixture has wheels, make sure the wheel brakes are applied. Make sure prongs and armatures are fitted with safety caps. When moving hanging rails, be aware of other people on the shop floor. If you must move the rail alone, make sure you move it from the front end. Position rails away from main traffic routes, but in view of staff. A number of injuries in the workplace are as a result of people slipping or tripping over items or spillages. Therefore, you should be aware of the simple things you can do to prevent them happening. Pick up any items that have fallen on the floor as soon as you see them. Clean as you go. Tags, pins and size markers must be kept in appropriate containers at all times. Totes should never be left unattended on the shop floor. In the stockroom, they should be stored neatly. The same goes for fixtures. Any waste items must be binned immediately. The area behind the till is just as important. Make sure it is clear of hangers and bags. Spillages are a common cause of people, whether it be customers or staff, slipping and injuring themselves. Therefore, you must be sure to clear away any spillage immediately. Take immediate action as soon as a spillage occurs. Be sure to warn other people in the vicinity. Using a hazard warning sign is an easy and effective way to do this. Mop clean the affected area using a wet mop and remove as much surplus water as possible. Then wipe over with a dry mop. Be sure to keep hazard signs in place until the area is completely dry. You should not attempt to clean up things such as broken glass or unknown liquids without using protective gloves. Anything considered particularly hazardous should only be dealt with by staff with the appropriate training and equipment. While things on the ground are a major hazard when it comes to accidents in the workplace, things above your head can also prove dangerous without due care and attention. Stock must be stored safely on racking and shelving to prevent items falling. Never pull anything off of racking or fixtures that is above head height, as there may be loose items on top. Use the correct equipment, get a ladder or a kickstool, and make sure your shoulders are above the item you are retrieving. Ensure that when you put stock on fixtures and fittings, they are secure. If they are not, remove the stock immediately and report it. Don't overfill fixtures. Be sure they can take the weight. Here are some other things to be aware of. Each store will have its own procedures concerning fire safety and bomb threats, so be aware of them. Get to know the layout of the store and familiarise yourself with fire exits and break glasses. Stores will be kitted out with fire extinguishers, each of which will have colour-coded bands. Be sure to remember the following. Red banded extinguishers are filled with water and can be used on wood or textile fires. Do not use on electrical or flammable liquid fires. Beige banded extinguishers are filled with foam. Only use these on flammable liquid fires. Black banded extinguishers are filled with carbon dioxide and can be used on electrical and flammable liquid fires. If tackling an electrical fire, be sure to isolate the power supply. Be careful not to hold the nozzle, as it gets extremely cold and will burn you. Blue banded extinguishers are filled with dry powder and can be used to tackle all types of fire. Generally, only stores with more than 50 employees tend to have trained first aiders. Stores that do not will have appointed persons who are responsible. Be sure to leave first aid to them even if you feel you have some experience. Your store may have a lift. Find out whether it is able to carry goods or people or both. If it is only a goods lift, then you must not ride in it. Find out the emergency procedure for when someone becomes stuck in a lift. If you find you need to open boxes, be sure to use an approved company issue safety knife. Never use scissors or an open-bladed knife, such as a Stanley knife. Safety takes priority over fashion or the seasonal look, so be sure to wear appropriate and company-approved clothing and footwear when manual handling or climbing ladders. Sturdy enclosed shoes with a flat rubber sole are advised, and only staff serving customers may wear sandals or novelty shoes if there's no manual handling or ladder work involved. So there you have it. It's really quite simple. These guidelines should be enough to get you through your working day safely. Remember, always use the proper equipment. Clean as you go. And don't cut corners. At the end of the day, health and safety is two things: good housekeeping and common sense. Everyone working in the Arcadia family is responsible for health and safety, so you're not alone. If you don't believe me, listen to your team members. Who's responsible for health and safety?
Everyone!
Everyone! Everyone!